Morning, everyone. Let's go on the record, please, in the matter of Walker versus Davidson. The case number is 13JU10484. Counsel for plaintiff, please enter your appearance.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge Gill. Deputy David Santos, Supreme Court number 0025661. Seated with me at counsel's table is plaintiff Elizabeth Gill.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Davidson. You are here today?
Yes.
Thank you. Guardian ad litem.
Yeah, Brittany Galloway, 0085332.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Santo, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, I guess. So, since the last time we were here, pursuant to your directive, my client has contacted Buckeye Ranch. And I'll let the guardian, I think, speak to that a little bit more than even I will. But it appears that Ms. Davidson had a video conference with I think Lindsay Eversole in March, and there's another individual that she may have seen video around that period of time. The girls were both seen once at that point in time, and then from that time until the last time we were in court, there was no services going on for these children. I filed a couple more motions for contempt. There has been no compliance for over a year and a half with any court orders. There has been no compliance with Ms. Davidson complying with the psychological order. She has not seen Dr. Tenenbaum. My client has paid, has completed his assessment, has done everything required of him. He's followed every court order. At this point in time, I have to be honest with the court. My client was that he's not going to keep going this route. It's been over a year and a half. He's spent thousands and thousands of dollars, both in attorney fees, both with Dr. Tenenbaum, and he just feels like no one is, enforcing a court order, that Ms. Davidson is just walking down this path. I think that the problem here is that these children do need counseling. And I think, again, the guardian is going to address this. They need counseling, but they need counseling with a neutral counselor, not one picked by Ms. Davidson or Mr. Walker. That someone has to pick somebody and have no contact with the parents so that we see what the depth of the alienation is. As long as they're with what I perceive to be the alienator, which is Ms. Davidson, I don't see any useful purpose of counseling. It's just going to continue on and on and on. My client said he would work with Buckeye, and all of a sudden, there's a new counselor, Terry George, again. Guardian can talk to this. There's been no visit set up. There's been nothing set up. As soon as the word visit or potential visits was started, it all went dead again. At this point in time, we do believe the children are suffering irreparable injury, that they are in danger, that they are being so psychologically, damaged or influenced by mom that there has to be some emergency relief. There has to be a chance for dad to step in and try and provide for these children in a good mental health situation. And we believe that emergency custody should be granted today to dad, that mom should have supervised visits, that the children should be in counseling immediately with an independent counselor.
Thank you. Ms. Galloway.
Yes, Your Honor. At the last hearing in July, you had asked if I had talked to the girls' counselor. They weren't linked with a counselor yet. At that point, they had only had the diagnostic assessment. I'd spoken to Kara Fisher, who's the supervisor at Buckeye Ranch. She had said that the girls were linked with a counselor, but mom did not want to use that counselor because she had had previous experiences with her and didn't want to use her. So they were relinked with someone else. And so they started counseling after our last hearing. So it was with Carrie George. They are seeing her. She is through Buckeye Ranch. I've spoken to her twice. And she says that she's not met with the girls on their own. Mom has always been present. But she does want to talk to them, obviously alone, and is getting to that point. But she says that the girls are really freaked out about seeing Dad, very anxious. Their whole body responds, which is what I have witnessed as well. And then I think it's important, so they are working on anxiety and school issues too. I am obviously concerned. Mom still does not believe that this is a court order. She sent an email to me, Deb, Terry, after our court hearing on July 18th saying this is a botched court case. This is illegal. If there's no court order, there's no parenting plan. She told the counselor that. The counselor had to confirm with me that there is a court order, there is a shared parenting plan. So Mom is still saying, even after you, Your Honor, telling her that there's a court order and that it is a good order in effect, still saying that, still telling the counselor that. I don't know what she's telling the girls. I've requested on the end of June that I wanted to see them in my office. Requested that through email to Mom. She completely ignored me. She told the magistrate she's not going to work with me. So I don't know what else to do. The counselor, Carrie George, had recommended that maybe that they meet at a police station because when Dad is going to pick up the kids, he wants to make a police report. So a lot of the times the police are coming with him. And if the girls see them, then they're reinforcing. That's reinforcing that he is, potentially trying to take the girls away from her. So I don't know what all is going on, what all Mom is telling the girls. Carrie hasn't figured it out yet either. So I'm very concerned about their mental health, and Mom has done everything to thwart any kind of relationship with Dad, any kind of parenting time. And like I told the court, we finally got, I finally got to observe a visit. I believe it was in June at grandparents' house with Dad. And, despite the girls visibly shaking in fear when they first arrived at grandparents' house, within an hour they were comfortable and laughing. And, I felt comfortable enough to leave. I was not supervising the visit. I was just observing. So they were laughing, having a good time, and looked comfortable. So I don't know what else to do. She has completely ignored everything that this court has told her to do, that I've asked her to do, and she blames everyone else. And I just don't know, what else to do. I know that the counselor had also said maybe meeting at a library with Dad and the girls, some neutral place, to try to do that. She said Mom was pretty hesitant about that. Dad was on board because I know that he'll do anything to try to reestablish his relationship. So I do worry about pulling them from Mom and placing them directly with Dad, even at grandparents' house, because the counselor's telling me that they have anxiety, but we don't know if it is true fear of seeing Dad or if it is things that Mom has been, telling them, because the alleged abuse incidents were back from 2019. So I don't know what else to do or where to go from here, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Davidson.
Okay, so, excuse me. The previous counselor that we were going to get set up with actually had left to drug and alcohol counseling, so she was not able to be our counselor. That's why it got put off longer. We've had numerous visits with Carrie George. I have text messages to confirm those visits. Carrie George had also spoke with Brittany about sending over a copy of the order, and Brittany never sent me over a copy of the order. She has not contacted me at all. Since before last court date. I just don't even know what order this is, because the parenting plan is not in order. It was never said in order. There was an order for child support, but that's it. And Brittany also failed to mention that in the email that I had emailed everybody was evidence connected to that email of the previous lawyers, very experienced lawyers that I had turning against me completely because of things that Deborah DeSanto had stated.
Okay. And anything else that you'd like to state today?
I'm not sure. I would like to see where the evidence is with all of the, coronavirus text message that, Logan had supposedly sent me to confirm that he wouldn't take the girls because there is no existing text messages. I would like to, just see the evidence of where my daughters lived with Kim and David Corey, which was completely untrue. I mean, how can you live with somebody if they leave January 1st and don't come back until the end of May? And it's happened like that since 2013. So the 6 months that they're gone, there's no contact. The girls are lucky if they get one text message from the grandparents. And the father decides not to be there because he does not want to be. Okay? So, I mean, and this is just absolutely insane. She just completely turned everything around that the counselor had stated to her, so.
Okay, all right. Have you made contact with Dr. Lowenstein for
I have my own psychological records.
Okay. Have you made contact with Dr. Lowenstein pursuant to the magistrate's order?
I have not, because I would like to, there's no evidence for that magistrate order to do a psychological exam.
Okay. All right. Mr. Walker's motion is granted. He's named legal custodian, residential parent. Mother's time is suspended to be reviewed on September 27th in front of the magistrate. Thank you.
How can he's not a custodial father?
He is now.
And everything that I have is just recorded. And I'm turning every single one of you guys in. This is absolutely insane. You're not taking my children from me. This will not happen. This is crazy. He abandoned his children. This is so insane. I subpoenaed the ladies from Buckeye Ranch. They're right outside. And nobody's speaking to them at all? This is not fair at all. These are my children. I have been here.
All right. The matter is concluded. Thank you. I'll do an entry.